Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Together, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I shall never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Preparing the way. Preparing the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, we love Jah, we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna pass down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and fight down war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
The Epstein files are creating history. In the early hours of this morning, the former Prince Andrew, now Andrew Mountbatten, has been arrested in connection with the Epstein file, the first in history of a royal to be arrested in Britain. All glory to the Epstein file. It's all falling apart in the novelist Nigerian Chinua Achebe. Good morning and welcome to Global TV this morning. It's a hooray and a hurrah in Britain. The Epstein file has brought history to the British Empire. A prince, a former prince, the brother of the king, the son of the besotted mother, has been arrested. Will he go to jail, or will he play the mental breakdown trick and end up into the priory? Will he allowed to escape Britain to somewhere without an extradition order to the Americas? Oh, joy to the Epstein files. Good morning, globalists. Welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us this morning. Can you believe one of Elizabeth Child's been arrested? When will we see Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and all those others officials arrested and questioned? But I do believe, I haven't read into particular what he's arrested for, but I do believe it's mainly to do with insider trading. I know that when Epstein was arrested, the FBI did compile a file and send to the British police in relation to Andrew. That's why the mother didn't send him to answer questions to them, and later paid off Virginia Giuffre in a lawsuit. But in the Epstein files exposure, Prince Andrew Mountbatten, was doing a lot of insider trading, because Andrew Mountbatten was the business envoy for Britain. He was the business envoy for Britain. Epstein was a banker. Epstein, the banker, The trade envoy, the prince for Britain, have all of Britain trade secret and all of that because he's a trade envoy. He get involved in all of these dangles. And as per the Epstein files, he was passing information, both him and Mandelson was passing information on to Epstein. So their Mandelson house was searched last week, I think, but there is more to do with the insider trading, and under the Official Secrets Act, they were disclosing Britain's of classified information to Epstein. So I haven't read into that yet. I have to go do some article on that later on as well. I haven't read into that yet, but I do believe that it's more to do with the insider trading and the official secrets rather than the sexual malarkeys that they all get into. Because you see, insider trading over here, so an Official Secret Act, the system don't play with it. The system really doesn't play with them things that them will send you to prison. And fraud, when you trouble their money, then don't play with them something there. So we're going to keep an eye on the Andrew Mountbatten debacle. Long coming. I wish the mother was here to see the disgrace. But then again, Elizabeth children has always been a disgrace, truth be told. Isn't it, Lilibet? Your children have always been a disgrace. They fall from scandal to scandal, from disgrace. It's nothing new. I mean, children live what they learn. Isn't that what the kingdom was built on? Rape, pillage, murder, abuse, sexual abuse, rape. It's all what the kingdom was built on. So, children live what they learn. To my community of partners and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Real sweet. Well, one long time no see. Lynette Jenkins, Debbie Jervis, Steve E. Good morning. Good morning. Who else there here? Marcia Thomas, good morning. Good morning. Mr. Uptown, Suzette Williams, Barbara Simpson, Wayne Evans. Good morning, George Beckford, Abinasa Cody. Good morning. Colleen, good morning. Inez, good morning. The Unstoppable One, good morning. Good morning. Elder Fletcher, good morning. Who else there? Bros, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Mara Thomas, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're back at Jamaica's government main ingredient this morning: procurement and corruption. Zanet, how are you? We're back at this government's main ingredient: procurement and the corruption that goes along with the procurement, or the corruption that creates the procurement debacles. Any way you look at it, they're all tied together at the hip. So we're back at the procurement malarkey this morning. Alrighty? So like and share the live for us, please, before we get on with it. We're going we do 3 articles. One to do with Darrell Vaz and the boss them. You all keep using the word new. Could it be Conosona go get 100 more in this year financial year with the hear about it in the budget? Opal, oh, you're the welcome. We feel about it in the budget. So now go buy 100 more new bus. But you all keep using the word new, and that confuses me. Because to say the last time we hear the word new, we saw what we got. Hmm? We saw what we got. Let us first, though, go to Joseph. Joseph is saying to the government that procurement is the vessel to their resilient and recovery malarkey. In some ways, true. And the procurement issue, we need to stay focused on that. Why do we? Because one whole heap of money they fi spend, one whole heap of project is there to be awarded, whole heap of contract they figure. One whole city a rebuild over. You understand? So we not to lose the sight of the procurement argument. These are the same people who year in, year out fall from grace for procurement scandals. I mean, just look at this year, Auditor General's report. Dennis Hilton, how you do? So, the amount of money what they spend now, the amount of project and contract, we the people of Jamaica need to stay on the transparency argument and the accountability argument, because we don't want in the Melissa construction politician and them friend get rich and get all the contracts to rebuild Black River and all sorts, and then the ordinary Jamaican don't get a blight out of it. And later on, we are going to hear how much money, sinting or rather, how much money missing, and we are going to see white elephant after white, because we have a present white elephant where we can use not some present white elephant, like the white elephant in Cornwall, Colin Ladybug, oh no, the Desroy. Like the white elephant in Cornwall for how much years now, Evan? Like the white elephant at Morant Bay Urban Center. We know this government is good at the white elephantism. So we can lose sight of the procurement and transparency and accountability argument, because the government will get over 200 million in insurance money. We know so the government landed 150 million US with JPS already. What to the other 90 million of the insurance money? And then we don't know what them are going to do with the how much million what they collect online and join him Indian friend. Then Babsy go right round the world in a circle and dance and collect. We don't know what happened to them money there. So we need to focus on this NARA nonsense where the government are talk about the national recovery resilience, the national authority, the national agency resilience, something another, NARA. We need to stay focused on that, because this is where all of the malarkey is going to go down. We need to keep with eye on NARA, because in a NARA is where all of the malarkey will go down. And who in charge of NARA? When NARA there? So, all right. before we go further, I need to give you an assignment. This is international issues. We don't need to keep up with Wagwan, the easy jerk era. I want you in your spare time today or over the weekend to go on the U.S. Department YouTube channel. The U.S. State Department, they have their own YouTube channel. Go on the U.S. State Department YouTube channel. And there's a speech there on the 14th of February that Marco Rubio gave to the Munich conference in Germany. I want you to listen. I really want you to listen to that speech Marco Rubio gave to the Munich conference. Because if you don't listen to that speech, you won't understand the recolonization project of the Trump regime. You should want to understand that. And on the other hand, the international part of things, we could see an advancement this weekend of World War III, given that we are already in World War III. What we could see this weekend could be an advancement of World War III, because Trump is sending his armada to Iran. Iran is prepared to fight to the death. But what will become critical for the rest of the world, though, all of the oil and gas coming from the Middle East, the minute one US bomb fire or an Israeli bomb fire, Iran will close the Strait of Hormuz. All the ships with oil comes through that stretch. And if Iran closes, economy after economy will collapse. We will go in darkness. We will go frozen. So we should prepare ourselves for the worst. If what Trump is advancing starts this weekend, because the flatbed where they must send, one of the flatbed where they must send should reach that region by Sunday. So we expect all hell to break loose in the Middle East this weekend. And if it does break loose, you could see the flattening of Israel. Now, let's move back to Jamaica. But do watch that speech Marco Rubio gave to the Munich conference. It's on the US State Department YouTube. You should want to listen to that because it's a recolonization. So when we're telling about them control of Jamaica, you should want to understand what's going on in your country. All right? Now, JSIF is saying to the government that your resilience and your growth all depends on procurement, proper procurement, and not only proper procurement procedures, but they are being followed, because it's not that we don't have proper procurement procedures in our country. We have them. It's just that Andrew Holness, Christoph Dan, Floyd Green, Darrell Vaz, and Pernell Charles, and all these people decide to deliberately look away from the rules and do what they want because they feel untouchable. Untouchable, like Andrew Mountbatten, who is now behind bars. This should teach you all a lesson that you are all not untouchable. You understand? Now, let's listen to this article we've done this morning. And to those of you who are not aware of our print news, we are doing print news now. And we also have an app on our website. They're pinned in your description area. So you can become a member to the app and you can frequently visit our website as well, where all our articles are published. And once they're published, you have access to them in the app as well. So let's listen to this article we've done on what JSIF is calling on the government for.
The procurement puzzle, unlocking Jamaica's resilience and growth. In the intricate landscape of national development, procurement might often be overlooked. Yet as Dr. Wayne Henry, chairman of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, astutely points out, it holds the key to Jamaica's resilience, recovery, and sustainable growth. His emphasis on proper procurement methods underscores a fundamental truth. How a nation acquires its goods, services, and works directly impacts its efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and ultimately, its ability to thrive. The imperative of proper procurement. Procurement, at its core, is about obtaining value for money. For a developing nation like Jamaica, where resources are often stretched, every dollar spent through public procurement must yield maximum benefit. Proper procurement methods encompass a range of principles and practices designed to ensure transparency, fairness, accountability, and efficiency in the acquisition process. When procurement systems are robust, they reduce corruption and waste. Transparent processes, competitive bidding, and clear evaluation criteria minimize opportunities for illicit activities, inflated costs, and inefficient use of public funds. Enhance value for money. By fostering competition among suppliers, proper procurement ensures that the government secures the best possible goods and services at the most competitive prices, leading to better quality outcomes for projects and services. Promote economic development. A well-structured procurement framework can create opportunities for local businesses, fostering competition, innovation, and job creation within the country. It can also encourage the development of local capacity and expertise. Improve service delivery. When government agencies procure the right goods and services efficiently, it directly translates into better delivery of essential services to citizens, from health care and education to infrastructure and social programs. Build public trust. When citizens perceive that public funds are being spent responsibly and ethically, it strengthens their trust in government institutions, fostering greater social cohesion and support for national development initiatives. Jamaica's current landscape, challenges and opportunities. Jamaica has in the past grappled with procurement challenges. Reports of irregularities, delays, cost overruns, and a lack of transparency have occasionally surfaced, impacting public confidence and potentially hindering development projects. These challenges are not unique to Jamaica, but highlight the ongoing need for vigilance and continuous improvement.
Dr. Henry's statement serves as a critical call to action, recognizing that these past issues can be overcome. The emphasis on proper methods suggests a need to move beyond simply having procurement rules to actively ensuring their rigorous application and continuous refinement. The JSIF model, a beacon of best practice. As chairman of JSIF, Dr. Henry's perspective carries significant weight. JSIF, as an organization focused on community development and poverty reduction, relies heavily on effective procurement to deliver its projects. Their experience in successfully executing numerous community-based initiatives, often with international donor funding, suggests a practical understanding of the importance of sound procurement practices. The expectation is that JSIF's internal processes would exemplify the proper procurement methods Dr. Henry advocates, setting a benchmark for other public sector entities. Towards a resilient future, recommendations. To fully leverage proper procurement as a driver of resilience, recovery, and sustainable growth, Jamaica could consider the following. 1. Strengthening legal and regulatory frameworks. Continuously reviewing and updating procurement laws and regulations to align with international best practices and address emerging challenges. 2. Capacity building. Investing in training and professional development for procurement officers across all government ministries and agencies to enhance their skills, knowledge, and ethical conduct. 3. Digitalization of procurement. Implementing e-procurement systems to increase transparency, streamline processes, reduce human error, and facilitate data collection for performance monitoring. 4. Enhanced oversight and enforcement. Strengthening auditing mechanisms and ensuring that breaches of procurement rules are met with appropriate sanctions to deter misconduct. 5. Promoting supplier diversity. Encouraging the participation of a broader range of suppliers, including small and medium-sized enterprises, to foster competition and inject dynamism into the economy. 6. Public awareness and engagement. Educating the public about the importance of proper procurement and creating avenues for citizen oversight and feedback. Dr. Henry's assertion is a potent reminder that the seemingly bureaucratic world of procurement is, in fact, a crucial determinant of national progress. By meticulously building and upholding proper procurement methods, Jamaica can fortify its foundations, accelerate its recovery from economic shocks, and pave a more sustainable path to prosperity for all its citizens.
The procurement rules and methods are really not what the problem is. The actors within the institutions and the organizations are really the problem, and it's because we don't have enforcement. Now, going back to Andrew Mountbatten a bit, Andrew has been arrested for misconduct in public office. We need to have something like that, and just to stick with Andrew for a while before we come back to the procurement. When it comes to holding people to account, you see how the police work independently of the state in relation to this issue. Whereas in Jamaica, we would have a problem of such a high and mighty person. The police really move in and arrest them. And this is what we need. Not just accountability in the system, but we need an enforcement mechanism. Why the enforcement mechanism is important? Because even if we digitalize things will be much better than the whole heap of book and thing where them are write down, and the whole heap of paper trail where Flight Green lost 870 million worth of notes and document the other day. 800 million what? So yes, if we digitalize them, then would have to really have them tech people to mess up the footprint where the system wouldn't have. But we don't have an enforcement system that, and this is my problem with the Auditor General, the whole Integrity Commission, which encompasses the Auditor General. They're just there to highlight what they've stolen. For me, that is what we're getting from the Integrity Commission at the moment. Them just highlight the thief them. We don't have a system where we can, a join up system where in that we can kick off them door, we can get search warrant and go in and search them up. And these things allow them to continue because they don't have no shame. Them not afraid of being exposed because this particular regime got to 9-10 years of disgrace and going. So them seasoned to the disgrace. So the exposure is not really a disciplinary mechanism. What we need is people to go to prison, people to lose asset where they can't accountable for, people to lose them job when them effed up one time. We need these enforcement mechanisms. Otherwise, the same corruption and procurement controversy we regularly have, we're always going to have it. Because it is not the systems and the process or the problem per se, or the actors. The actors within the system, them are the bigger part of the problem. And until we deal with them, the problem is only going to persist. Because everybody knows it's a feeding train. Everybody come one feed. And the longer then dead, nobody now make nobody outdo them with the thieving. So this is why we can never have our money accounted for. Remember in a last year Auditor General report, we hear say rat, cockroach, hurricane gone with procurement document. Remember? So them always like how Flight Green come tell we what they say, they just inadvertently lost. What does that mean? You would have to ask Flight Green, what does it inadvertently? $870 million worth of documents just lost, so inadvertently. So because they don't have no shame, and because them seasoned to disgrace, because it's their main, it's the main ingredient of their makeup. So the disgrace not worry them. What we need is to have them arrested, have them put before the court, have their assets confiscated, have them lost their job, have them recalled. Andrew, remember the impeachment same thing where you promise we're wicked and liar than thief? Wicked, liar than thiefing, man. Remember, are you promise with impeachment when you didn't want to come in power? You promise with no, same way Andrew promise we not get impeachment, we not get prosperity. Holy heap of the nonsense them. Nah man, all you do. Holy heap of the nonsense them what Andrew promise with. I know we don't see them yet, you know. What we get is corruption and procurement scandal, because this is the main ingredient. Andrew Holness government. Remind me, Prime Minister Hananjo, when have your government ever short of corruption and procurement debacles? I mean, wanna serve them up to it like Christmas dinner. It's like grab to go now, isn't it? Corruption has become a grab to go in this government. You know, when you try to catch the bus or the train, you just grab a cup of coffee or you grab the grab to go. So corruption are going in a field government. So it's an enforcement mechanism. It's not about strengthening up the procurement. You could have strengthened up anything. Anything not bolt down in a field system, field politician, them thief it. We know that. It's not about bolting it down. It's about making sure we discipline them. We know say them a thief. We know say because the system not tight enough, make them thief. That's why Flight Green could have dash with 800 million, almost $900 million worth of procurement document. So them always are going to fix them way for thief. In it, Flight Green, big titty fifi, I like me I tell. Always are going to make them way for thief. It's enforcement. It's enforcement that will be our buttress against such criminal activity. Without the enforcement, it's always going to continue like that. Now we're going to move to the master of procurement scandals. We're going to move to one of them, because many of them, you know, but everybody knows that this year, 1 year, a procurement masterclass. Procurement masterclass this year, 1 year. And while them tell we say, we need to start question for now, because they did tell we, say them are carrying new rural school bus system, and then we sit down and wait upon the bus them, and we get so full roast and so macadam and all sort, then can't come give away. The amount of money we spend on Darrell Vaz, full roast and macadam since they come. So them and the irony, not even irony, the insult is how they continue force the word new down with short, like we never see new thing yet. The way how they force new. Because you see, if you tell a lie long enough, it becomes truth. If you tell a lie long enough, it becomes true. And this is what this government keeps doing with the school bus going in. They have to, no care what they talk about, they have to use the word new. And when it not go sticking away, you know. This your mud here, a dust, it can't stick pan way. Because the eating, they say, is in the pudding. And we see the pudding come where the top broke up, inside platter, and the bottom burn up. The eating Darrell Vaz is in the, so don't come back and tell me so una go buy 100 new bus. How much rum you go buy if you wet them up, Darrell? Darrell and the Obia walking. How much rum? How much rum you go buy with the other 100 bus? If we reject the word new, we must always reject the word new. We know nothing no go so. Me hear them talk say the new bus them will make picking it safer. Why did bus them never prevent the brawl that happened in the halfway to transport center that children stabbing up each other? What happened to the rural school bus system? Let's listen to the article we've done on this nonsense Darrell Vaz keep talking about. It's a ladybug. I might fall blood this time, so I go walk and kill off people rooster. If we sprinkle fall blood pan the bus them. Darrell Vaz. Remember, say the 100 where your claims, the 110 where your claims, so you buy already. We know, so you pay $110 for a dollar bus. Take out the shipping money, Darrell Vaz, where you pay Jacqueline Lecker, and give it back the rest of money out of the 1.4 billion because we don't get. Oh, God, and even cost more. Remember the amount of tire. Remember the amount of retrofitting and exhaustion still a kill picnic them in the bus. Darrell Vaz car bus come in for kill off with children them. Darrell Vaz car bus come in for come damage with children them lungs and nobody now talk about the medical crisis we're going to broke out 10 years from now. Nobody now go talk about the big respiratory crisis 10-20 years down the line. Everybody are going, like I say, they not plan. They not plan their thing in advance. And everybody sit down quiet. But we want back with money. Because we know say $1. We know say $1. Right. Let's go to this article, then we'll come back. I want to tell Dr. Teddy Barks. Tell Dr. Teddy Barks, say, Dr. Teddy Barks will line up because him next. Him money $88 million what a quarter buy-in.
Jamaica's school bus strategy, a critical look at procurement and transparency. Jamaica's government has announced plans to procure 100 new school buses in the 2026-2027 fiscal year, marking a shift towards new vehicles for the national rural school bus system. This initiative comes amidst questions surrounding previous bus acquisitions, particularly the reported $1.4 billion spent on second-hand rural school buses, which allegedly incurred significant additional cost for tires and retrofitting, and faced issues with procurement transparency and missing invoices. The 2026-2027 plan, a move towards new buses. Minister of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications, Darrell Vaz, confirmed the procurement of 100 new school buses for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. This is a reduction from an initial plan of 150 buses, attributed to the impact of Hurricane Melissa. This commitment to new vehicles is a significant change from past practices, aiming to provide safer and more economical transportation for students. The process will involve an international tender after an expedited review by the Public Investment Appraisal Branch of the Ministry of Finance. While the move to new buses is commendable, it's crucial that this new phase of procurement is conducted with utmost transparency and accountability, especially given past controversies. The $1.4 billion question, second-hand buses and missing invoices. The previous acquisition of rural school buses, which Minister Vaz stated cost $1.4 billion, has been plagued by concerns. These buses were reportedly second-hand and subsequently required substantial investment in new tires and retrofitting to make them roadworthy. This raises critical questions about the initial assessment of these vehicles and the value for money achieved in their purchase. More troubling are the reports of lacking invoices and inadequate documentation for these procurements. Audits in Jamaica have frequently highlighted flawed procurement governance in public institutions, citing weak oversight, poor record keeping, and improper contract practices. The absence of proper invoices for such a significant expenditure is a major red flag. Incomplete or questionable payment documentation can indicate various issues, including inflated invoices, failure to meet contract specifications, or even fraudulent activities. Without proper documentation, it becomes exceedingly difficult to verify the legitimacy of the spending, track the allocation of funds, and ensure public accountability. Procurement details and transparency deficits. The initial phase of the rural school bus system saw 60 buses deployed, with 70 to 80% of the 100 buses rolled out daily, transporting approximately 16,000 students. However, reports indicate that some of these buses experienced mechanical problems, contributing to the inconsistent deployment of the full fleet. This further underscores the importance of scrutinizing the procurement process for the second-hand vehicles. The government's commitment to review, strengthen, and modernize the rural school bus program is welcome. However, for this to be truly effective, there must be a thorough investigation into the past procurement irregularities. This includes providing clear, detailed accounts of how the $1.4 billion was spent, furnishing all relevant invoices, and explaining the rationale behind purchasing second-hand buses that required significant additional investment. Moving forward, lessons learned and future safeguards. The plan to procure 100 new school buses in 2026-2027 offers an opportunity for the Jamaican government to demonstrate its commitment to transparent and efficient public spending. Moving forward, it is imperative that all procurement details for the new buses are made public. This includes tender documents, bid evaluations, and contract awards. A robust oversight mechanism is in place to ensure that the buses delivered meet specified standards and are fit for purpose. A full accounting of the $1.4 billion expenditure on the previous second-hand buses is provided. This must include a detailed breakdown of costs, justification for the choices made, and all supporting invoices and documentation. Measures are implemented to prevent future occurrences of missing invoices and inadequate record keeping. This could involve stricter adherence to procurement guidelines, enhanced internal controls, and independent audits. The safe and reliable transportation of students is paramount. Ensuring that public funds are spent wisely and transparently in achieving this goal is not just a matter of good governance, but a fundamental expectation of the Jamaican people.
Oh, if they would only. Now, what we need to do is to keep our eye on budget, because Andrew Oldness and Favor I go pencil out how much the 100 new old bus I go cost. So now that them ram the new down with short often enough, they can carry in older than what they carrying already, And to our eyes, it would be new because them already trained with mind for we eyes to say a new bus. But we have to go wait till budget to hear how much. Because in a budget, them supposed to go tell you how much them are go pencil out for the 100 new bus. But ability for the $1.4 billion. And the wreckage them, what we see Darrell Vaz car come at Jamaica. The questions still have not been answered, because we don't know how much Darrell Vaz pay for the bus them in the United States. It is important for us to have, because for all we know, US want to get rid of the old thing them, they might as well just donate them and tell Darrell Vaz to pay the shipping fee and clearing fee. So we don't even know if Darrell Vaz buy them. But even if Darrell Vaz buy them, we have proofs that Darrell Vaz never pay more than $1. So what happened to our money? 110 US dollar plus shipment cost we the people of Jamaica 1.4 billion Jamaica dollar. This is worse than Battle Stopper. How much Darrell Vaz did you gain from kickbacks out of the $1.4 billion? How much people were involved in how much people get a cut out of the $1.4 billion? How much was Andrew's cut? How much was Jacqueline's cut, Darrell Vaz? And how much was yours? And whoever helped you to cook the book, Darrell Vaz, how much was their cut? Because we know, say, a cut and cut it going on, you know. We know that $1.4 billion, most of it went out in cuts. Tell we say a liar, we tell Darrell Vaz. Because the only way you can prove we're a liar is producing the documents. Not the ones that you made up. The actual documents, Darrell Vaz. Who you buy them from? When you buy them, how much you pay for them? Who are the supplier? Was it a U.S. local authority or a private company? We want to know. Because so far, we don't go get the bus and the price. The old bus, the old broke down bus and the price. We cost with an arm and a leg in a tire. And we have to take out with whole gut to do the retrofitting. I don't still call them new. In front of we, you know, when we see them broke down pan road every day, we'll just bust out so tough, pop off, jump off. I don't still turn up in front of we face and calling you. Let's go to the National Front buyer. Let's go to Dr. Teddy Box, the National Front purchaser. But if Dr. Tufton was purchasing front out of what we pay him, it wouldn't bother not too bad, because after we take out with tax and we give him a figure, is his whatever he want to do with it is up to him. But when Dr. Tufton take up taxpayer money and buy front, that is of public concern. When Dr. Tufton take up taxpayer money, buy front,
Health crisis, lifestyle choices,
go shop. And then Chris Tufton had a nerve, after Chris Tufton take with money, we help you out in a healthcare, buy front. Chris Tufton come tell we say our lifestyle choices, the health crisis in Jamaica is our lifestyle choices. Oh, really, Chris Tufton? Let's take it down the road. Chris Tufton say, of course, it's not entirely false that we have a portion of the blame in our choices. The broader part of the conundrum, though, Dr. Teddy Box, the broader part of the conundrum starts with the Ministry of Agriculture. The destruction, Dr. Teddy Box, started with you as Minister of Agriculture under the Bruce Golding regime, while Bruce Golding was dropping helicopter gunship on Tivoli Gardens. You were rooting through fisheries and agriculture in St. Elizabeth, were you not, Dr. Tufton, Dr. Teddy Box? You are what you eat, doctor, isn't it? Not that it's real, anyway, the doctor part of it. So when you take with agriculture and mash it up, when you allow on a manufacturer them to make beer, sugary, and E-number preservative drinks to profit off, when you mash up with agriculture and hand over what we eat to Bill Gates and James Robertson, that is creating the health crisis, Dr. Tufton. The bad food, you remember the bad rice, Dr. Box? Dr. Box, you remember the bad rice? Oh, you remember the bad rice? Dr. Box and the bad rice and the plastic rice. You don't remember them something, the Dr. Box. And now Dr. Box turn around and blame we say a few lifestyle choices. What about the lack of investment, Dr. Box? Dr. Box, what about the lack of retention of our healthcare workers? Them something they not exacerbate the crisis. It's only what we eat and what we do. I locate the country with the American engineered chicken, say KFC. I locate the place with Chinese plastic noodles and flour repeat. Talk about the commercial gain, Dr. Box. Wanna get off with destruction in the bad eating, in the bad health, and in the bad debt. Dr. Box. Dr. Box I turn around the blame, but it is what this government do all the time anyway. When it's not us, it's Melissa, it's Beryl, it's COVID. All Gilbert must have rejoiced, you know. All Gilbert must have rejoiced. Anyway, Gilbert, they're right. No. Gilbert rejoice. Because Gilbert said, them ya old man and them ya young girl ya. Them a shoulder Jamaica blame while me set the standard. Even though them galang was on me, but me set the standard for them. And look how them ya old man and young girl ya just a shoulder all. Hey, Gilbert must have rejoiced. Anyway, Gilbert, they're right now because you say Melissa and Beryl have a cross to carry with this Jamaica government. Melissa and Beryl. Oh no. Wish you never come. Hey, Melissa and Beryl. Wish you never come to Jamaica. Wish you never cross with part. Because you going to have to take the blame till God Almighty come for anything will go wrong in this government. See all urban center, them a blame part. We don't have nothing to do with you, Melissa and Beryl. And they never even blame me upon one or no. They blame me upon the two. They blame me upon the two. Anyway, let's focus on the article we did on Dr. Box. Dr. Box said the healthcare crisis is a few lifestyle choice. As so Dr. Box said, and go on GIS. Go on GIS, go see if I know so Dr. Box said. This is not the GIS article, this is my article. But Dr. Box says so. Listen to what Dr. Box said.
Health crisis, lifestyle choices, systemic failures, and the shadow of corruption. Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton has repeatedly sounded the alarm about a silent health crisis gripping Jamaica, primarily attributing it to adverse lifestyle choices, leading to a surge in non-communicable diseases. While promoting individual responsibility in health is crucial, a critical examination reveals that this crisis is a complex interplay of personal decisions, systemic underinvestment, infrastructural shortcomings, and the pervasive shadow of procurement irregularities and scandals that have plagued the health sector. The lifestyle link, a partial truth. Dr. Tufton's warnings about NCDs like diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease are well-founded. Indeed, statistics indicate that a significant portion of deaths in Jamaica are attributable to NCDs, with obesity rates, sedentary lifestyles, poor diets, and substance abuse being major contributing factors. The Jamaica Moves initiative, championed by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, aims to encourage behavioral change, underscoring the government's focus on this aspect. As Dr. Tufton himself noted, we are addicted to our lifestyles, and that addiction makes it difficult to change behavior. This emphasis on lifestyle choices is vital. Empowering individuals to make healthier decisions is a key component of any effective public health strategy. However, to solely attribute the health crisis to personal choices overlooks the broader socioeconomic and systemic factors that heavily influence these choices and the availability of adequate healthcare when preventable diseases become chronic conditions. Beyond lifestyle, the systemic shortcomings. Jamaica's health crisis cannot be divorced from long-standing issues within its healthcare infrastructure and investment. Underinvestment and inadequate healthcare. Despite efforts, the public health system often struggles with resource allocation. Health centers face challenges such as a lack of personnel, inadequate infrastructure, and outdated information systems. This leads to reduced quality of care, particularly for those with chronic conditions who require consistent monitoring and management. Access to specialized care, diagnostic services, and essential medications can be limited, especially in rural areas. Overwhelmed infrastructure. The Cornwall Regional Hospital saga. The protracted rehabilitation of the Cornwall Regional Hospital stands as a stark example of infrastructural failure and its impact on healthcare delivery. The multi-billion-dollar project, which has been ongoing for several years, has faced criticism over changes in scope and cost overruns. While the ministry reports significant progress and a nearing completion, the prolonged disruption has undoubtedly placed immense strain on the Western region's healthcare capacity, forcing patients to seek care elsewhere or delay essential treatments. This legacy of neglect and complacency over many decades, as Dr. Tufton himself described it, directly contributes to a health crisis that extends beyond individual lifestyle choices. The elephant in the room, procurement scandals and eroding trust. Perhaps the most troubling aspect undermining confidence in Jamaica's health sector is the recurring theme of procurement irregularities and alleged corruption. These scandals divert critical funds, compromise the quality of goods and services, and ultimately hinder the ability of the healthcare system to function effectively. The Market Me controversy and Dr. Tufton. Dr. Christopher Tufton himself has faced scrutiny regarding contracts awarded to the marketing firm Market Me by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and related entities. Reports indicate that roughly $88 million in contracts were awarded using direct contracting methods, raising questions about transparency and potential conflicts of interest. Allegations of an affair between the minister and the firm's principal, though denied by the minister as disgusting, vicious, and false attributions, added to the controversy. The slow response and alleged obfuscation from officials in providing information under the Access to Information Act further fueled public concern. Such incidents erode public trust and cast a long shadow over the ministry's operations. University Hospital of the West Indies procurement scandal. More recently, the University Hospital of the West Indies has been embroiled in its own procurement-related issues. Reports of payroll fraud, where individuals allegedly collected salaries under the guise of being employed by the hospital, highlight vulnerabilities in financial controls and procurement processes within key health institutions. While not directly a procurement of goods or services, it speaks to a broader culture of financial mismanagement that can cripple healthcare providers. A holistic approach to health. While encouraging healthy lifestyle choices is a necessary component of addressing Jamaica's health crisis, it is disingenuous to present it as the sole or primary cause. The crisis is deeply rooted in systemic issues, including underfunded and overstretched healthcare facilities. Many Jamaicans lack consistent access to quality care, especially for managing chronic conditions. Infrastructural deficiencies. Projects like the Cornwall Regional Hospital rehabilitation, while necessary, have become symbols of delayed progress and cost inefficiencies, impacting service delivery. A culture of procurement irregularities, allegations of fraud, lack of transparency, and questionable contracting methods divert precious resources, undermine public confidence, and ultimately compromise the ability to build a robust and equitable healthcare system. To truly tackle Jamaica's silent health crisis, a comprehensive and integrated approach is required. This must include sustained public health campaigns promoting healthy lifestyles, but equally important are significant, transparent investments in healthcare infrastructure, strengthening of procurement processes with rigorous oversight, and holding individuals accountable for mismanagement and corruption. Only then can Jamaica hope to build a resilient healthcare system capable of addressing the multifaceted health challenges facing its population.
If we don't tackle the issue of corruption, which all the other crime sits under that umbrella, we are going to continue in this very cycle. Enforcement is the bigger part of the problem here. It's not that the systems and processes are not there. But if they're to follow them, then they wouldn't be able to thief the amount where they thief, if at all they could. What we, the people, need to force is enforcement. We need to call for strengthening of the Integrity Commission, combining FID and MOCA. FID and MOCA becomes an arm of the Integrity Commission. Thereby, when the Integrity Commission is carrying out an investigation and they can point to the irregularity or what requires police investigation, FID and MOCA takes over that investigation with all the powers of arrest, searches, seizure, and all that you can think of. Until we have something like that, no matter how we strengthen the procurement mechanism, no, we couldn't steal wire and bind it and cement it. Jamaican politician are thief. Them know how to go around any corner. Jamaica politician are corner people and back road people. Them know how to bend the rules. If them fi create a scenario like rat eat it, cockroach shit pan it, hurricane blow it where, yes, they make up these silly reasons. And as you say, Big Titty Fifi told us, they were just inadvertently lost. Tufton, he's so cocky, he doesn't even look at us. He is so cocky that every time a scandal break, Tufton goes on a PR exercise. You know, the do-gooders, the cut ribboners, and the blow ballooners. Yeah, I that them do. Try to pull wool over the people of Jamaica eye. And corruption pile up on top of corruption. Miss money pile up on top of miss money. The last time we know it was $3 trillion. Andrew Holness harang jump fisse and accountable for. I would the word Hindi want to substitute it for, but we know say a thief or not thief Andrew Holness, because we remember the situation at Pernell Charles' office where one somebody you for the one day, one somebody got a 3 times go collect 3 check for $500,000 each time they turn up, then make it $1.5 million. How much was Pernell Charles kickback out of that $1.5 million? And one to the almost $1 billion worth of procurement galang it what we can't find for Pernell Charles. It's a common theme. It's what this government is make up of. Corruption and procurement scandal. And until we have an enforcement mechanism that can send these people to prison, until we have an enforcement mechanism that can send them to prison, that can kick them out of their job, that can seize their asset, we're not going to have any solution. These people are disgraceful thieves. They're not ashamed. We can't shame them. You can't shame people. You can't shame people who post broke coat nothing at them eye. So we have to have a mechanism. Bobby Montague and the used car. Andrew Wheatley were back in a government. Andrew Wheatley and Bobby Montague were back in a government with Petrojam money and the used car galang in. Fly Green will show off pan and then come back, come thief fan with Fly Green. What happened to the rather asset, them Big Titty fee? What happened to the rather asset? Darrell Vaz, he's just on a roll. Remember Darrell Vaz thief off the 200. Darrell Vaz thief 200 out of the 700 Starlink that was donated to Jamaica and turn round, charge we the Jamaica people $12 million for it. Oh, good God Almighty, Darrell Vaz. What you turn bad, so? Because Darrell Vaz will like to flash things in our face. So see the. Darrell Vaz will breeze. We breeze that just him now. Darrell Vaz were breeze that blowing clothes, Japan clothes pan him. You can't provide with the invoice for the $110 bus. You can't provide with the invoice for the 200 Starlink where you thief, and then after you thief them, you make up the procurement document. Remember Christoph and for him, Dr. Friend thief, $31 million fan we where we couldn't get 5 to 6 jail out of the money there. These people are on a roll with it, aren't they? So we can't shame them. If we try to shame them, we need enforcement mechanism. Look, which youth in the ghetto couldn't thief and mass storm and have the opportunity to go to the Privy Council and ask the Privy Council if I should stand trial for the stolen goods that I've stolen from Mr. Tom. Only in Jamaica. Only in, I wonder if Andrew Mountbatten is going to go to the Supreme Court, go ask the Supreme Court say if he have it on trial. Or I wonder if Andrew Mountbatten go please say he not healthy enough fit on trial because him a mad. Andrew, you go soon talk mad. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. Anyway, I could go about my business, you know, because to say Jamaica people tax rates span them, they no demonstrate. Government thief on them, they no demonstrate. Government work and collect money upon them behalf and no give them none, they no demonstrate. So me not go on about my business. Talk truth. If me not go on about my business, cause it look like me I have problem on behalf of Jamaica people. No notice it. You notice that I'm having problem on behalf of Jamaica people. The weather not decent, opal not decent at all, cold and rain, cause nasty storm a pass we are named Pedro. So, too decent, but today and tonight into a morning, he might go turn up himself again, and then Saturday now, him promise he might go bring with 1 day a spring because the temperature is going to be about 17 degrees Celsius on Saturday, which will be spring for us, like literally spring. So, let's see how it taggers on. But in this weather, Charles Mountbatten's brother is behind bars this morning. Will they hold him for longer than the 24, 48 hours? Hey, what a disgrace. Elizabeth, I know I want to dig up your nasty witch. Old witch, I know I want to dig you up. Because you need to come here and consider disgrace. Because you take the money and you pay off Virginia, you know. No, you did and you know, tell we where you get the money from, pay off Virginia, due free for you're picking a disgrace. You're picking it behind bar this morning, Elizabeth. Thief in Elizabeth. One of your pedophile they behind bar this morning. I wonder when the next one will get behind it. Anyway, come go on about your business next time. Think Prince Charles will start fire bullet through your window. Thank you all for being here this morning on Global TV. Lovely to have your support as always. The link to our website where our articles are is in the description area. Once you go to our website, you just hit the bit where it says blog and it will give you all the article. Or you can also hit the link to our app, download the app, and send us a request. And you can keep up with our malarkeys in the print news. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV. And when you see Dr. Christoph in the street on the show, Dr. Teddy Box. Oops. Oops, daisy.
Too long in our little ghetto. Run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just a fly and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do that righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Save all people. Put time away again. Listen, yeah. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel. I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare and read the way. Prepare and read the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime. And build up righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love all. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Preserve all. Me love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twink.
Well, we're going to start out one article now put out by Andrew Mountbatten. So we're going to look out for it on the website and in the app and Facebook. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.